Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Guilty Pleasures and Memories, where for 31-day video challenge I talk about a guilty pleasure song and the memories it gave me. Now we're on day 18, and I'm going to be talking about "Bring It All Back Now" by S Club 7. It just reminds me of grade school. I'm going to put that out there, and I like it, and I don't want many people to know that I like this song. Not ironically, but it just brings like a positivity. Now, when I was in grade school, this was around like one of the very first mix CDs my dad's friend used to make. One of about three, and one of the songs was this specific song, "Bring It All Back Now." And my sister kept playing it constantly, and it was sickening. But at the same time, I didn't want to tell them that I liked the song because they would have played it a lot more than they would have. They did play it a lot, but they would have played it a lot more, and they would be downstairs singing the song or dancing the song, and I'm like, uh, I'm in this room, my door closed, and I'm like, God damn, I like this song, I like this song, I like this song. But yeah, it just reminds me of elementary school and like the summer. Like usually it reminds me of summer because it is a very summer song. And S Club 7 is a definitely like I think like the S probably should stand for summer. I don't know if it does, but yeah, it's actually a really good like. It actually just reminds me of like partying in my room, dancing like no one's watching, and I don't want to, and I do dance like no one's watching. Specifically when it's a dark, like when I'm alone and there's no cameras here, and in my room or at a club which my friends drag me to, and there's no lit or little light. But the song just reminds me of just like being like carefree at one point, just being a big old doofus, just being like in elementary school, just dancing like no one's business, just like raising my hands up. And specifically near the end of the song, where it's like when they go back to the chorus, and I was like, oh, and stop, don't run up. I forgot the lyrics. Can't, don't stop, never give up, reach a bright high and reach the top. And I'm like, oh my god, I like this song. And it just reminds me of hearing the song in my head when I was in class, and it's just like skipping around whenever I'm at recess, just skipping around, hearing that song in my head, like dream up, never give up, reach around high and reach the top. And I'm like, oh my god, this song is just, I'm just giving praise to the song, and I just really like it. I'm like, oh my god, this song is actually really good. And so, like, it's actually very specifically good in my taste. It's actually really fun. It's just a really very fun song, and it was around the time where I was just really into like hip hop and R&B and rap, and I'm like, because I wanted to fit in with the in crowd. I just wanted to fit in. I tried to be a I tried to be the class clown, but I came off as unfunny, like one of those child Disney stars who are in a comedy, and they try and they do it really like they tell a joke really painfully, like, well, la 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 la, and I'm like, oh god, that's painful. That was me in elementary school. I know how that feels. It's painful to watch, and that's why I don't do that much anymore. Because unless like I'm in a crowd of people where it's like, okay, we don't know who you are, just go with it. We love you anyway. Just don't overdo it. And I don't overdo it for the most part. I just really like doing it. I just really like being outspoken and over the top and outspoken to what I believe in or my beliefs or whatever. But I'm not here to talk about my beliefs. Here to talk about a song that I don't want my sisters to know that I like because it just, oh god, just reminds me of elementary school and just how like hip it was. Like I didn't like S Club's. I wasn't supposed to like S Club 7 specifically the songs. I was supposed to like the harder edge music because I wanted to be part of the hip crowd, the the cool kids, like trying to be funny, trying to listen to the same music as everybody else did. And then it wasn't until later where I'm like, oh fuck this. I don't like the music that people are playing right now. So I'm just gonna listen to whatever I want. And lo and behold, I found friends who like the same thing as I do, or along the same things or same things as I do. And this song pretty much helped me show this a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, this is a cheesy, overly produced song, but I just still enjoy it because it just reminds me of when I was in elementary school. My sisters kept playing it, and just me just being a big old I'm repeating myself. But yeah, yeah, it just reminds me of how ashamed I was back then. It just reminds me of how ashamed I was. I didn't want anybody to know what this song was doing to me, so I just like, okay, I'm just gonna nod my head. I'm like, just just tap your foot, just make sure nobody's watching if the song is playing. And probably if I were, with friends and I was just like listening to music and the song just played, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna dance. And I just dance with a couple of friends because my sisters are not gonna be around and they're not gonna like give me shit about it. So yeah, I will dance to the song. Yeah, I could dance to the song. I just I'm just not gonna mouth the lyrics because I don't know the lyrics properly. And yeah. Oops, sorry. Uh, that's it for another episode of Guilty Pleasures and Memories. For the episode of S Club 7's Bringing All Back. And sorry I didn't have much to say about it. And I will see you in the next episode. Thank you.